going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are back here with some CWC match review number 22 between Pakistan and Afghanistan down there in Chennai. And hey, we knew that this was going to be a likely result going into the game, and it ends up happening. Pakistan have officially lost 3 games in a row, and Afghanistan, well, they've now officially got 2 wins in the tournament and are officially fighting for that 4th position with Australia. And of course, we will talk about the table a little bit later because there is some very, very fun things to get into about that table. Of course, there is a new team in 10th, England. Of course, you know, we will mention that a little bit later. And Pakistan kind of moving themselves out of any chance of a Super 4 position. So hey, if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and comment down below all of your thoughts on this one. This World Cup, man, this damn World Cup is coming with so many surprises every single game. Of course, this isn't a major surprise because we knew Pakistan were already scared to face Afghanistan in Chennai on a turning pitch, a bit of spin. We know that that is Afghanistan's way to win, is by their mystery spin. Rashid, Majib, Noor Ahmad, Mohammad Nabi, like they have got the biggest quartet of spinners in their team, and it works to their advantage. Of course, they would have probably preferred to maybe bat first like Pakistan did, but you do not mind chasing a total under the lights, do you at all? And honestly, really, really big way to stand up here on a pitch that was not a simple deck to just bat on and go out there and chase down 280. This was a tough deck to bat on, and they've done incredibly well. So hey, big shout outs to Afghanistan. Let's jump straight into this game. I think I've already told everyone to subscribe. Let's go. As you can see here, the win probability. I don't know who's going to tell Google, but the game is actually over. Pakistan 0.5%, Afghanistan 99.5%. So the game is over. Anyways, all right, moving on to that player of the match, Ibrahim Zadran, a match-leading knock, of course. Similar to Babar's knock, a bit of a test innings, but someone had to stay out there and get the match-winning score, didn't they? Someone had to lead from the front, a really fluent innings, plays along the ground, hit some beautiful drives early, just puts his bat out to it and caught it on the full. He looked really impressive, really, really good. 87 off 113, of course. It's not an incredible strike rate, like he hasn't gone out there and played a Matthew Hayden-esque innings, but he's got the job done for his team and wins player of the match, so there's no complaints here. Scorecard time. Let's talk about where this game has gone wrong for Pakistan and where it's gone very, very right for Afghanistan into the batting. So they win the toss and choose to bat first. Interesting decision. Again, I just as a watcher of cricket, I prefer chasing. Usually doesn't really matter what deck it is. Like I just prefer being in a more comfortable position of chasing a total because you kind of get a feeling of what's going to happen and if there's even a chance to chase it down. So Abdullah Shafiq gets him off to a very good start. 58 off 75 does go out LB. I think this was the one that they actually reviewed. An appeal but not given. It is reviewed. The ball straightened and there was out. So there was out there 3 reds. He went for 58. A really nice knock. Someone at the top had to stand up. Imam ul Haq hit 2 nice drives. Well, actually, sorry, not 2 drives, but a nice pull shot that went. But he falls for 17 off 22. And then into the captain. So let's kind of set a picture here of the fall of wickets. So 1 for 56. And then Babar's out to the crease, 2 for 110 when Abdullah Shafiq went out. You're in a decent position, but you need a partnership to kick on and go. If you want to make 300, you're going to need a big partnership here early. Babar in the crease, 74 off 92 from the skipper. So obviously his best score of the World Cup so far. The best that he has looked all World Cup, but a decent knock, a solid knock, nothing too impressive, like 4 4s, a 6. He really did kind of just tap it around, work it into the gaps and play those, just a regular sort of test inning sort of knock here. Like, I don't mean to be that guy, but there was a little bit of test innings about it, which is fine, doesn't matter, because, you know, once you put the runs on the board and give your team something to at least try and defend, it's hard to be like, oh, you've cost your team here. But they would have loved to see the skipper go on here and make 3 figures. He did kind of start to play a few nice shots once he got to his 50, but it felt a little bit late. Like, I know, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little bit harsh on Barbar because he is the captain, and when your team is in a really tough position, you want to see the skipper go on and make a big score and lead from the front. Somewhat decent innings, but it's not a match winner. And unfortunately, they just needed him to stay out there with Rizzy, with Sword, with Shardab, and create more partnerships towards the end and push on for a 320, which would have been really defendable. But not to be, is it? So Barbar goes for 74. He just chops out with a pretty shit one there to Mohamed Nabi. Rizwan's gone for 8. Noor Ahmad, the spin to win here. Sword Shaquille gone for 25. Shardab Khan, it back into the team. Looked a lot better with bat, not particularly with ball in hand, in my opinion, but 40 off 38, 1-4, 1-6. It's probably all you can kind of ask for from him. Again, they just didn't want to collapse at the end, so they were playing it around a little bit. Iftikhar Ahmed. So this was a bit of an inning-saving knock right here. 40 off 27 was the only Pakistan player to have a strike rate over... He was only the second player to have a strike rate over 100. That is insane to me. But anyway, so he makes 40 off 27, just a late flurry of boundaries. Looked like the only Pakistan player who could middle it consistently. Jump into the Afghanistan bowlers. Obviously not where the match was won, but I'd say a really good effort in the end to be able to restrict them to under 300. Naveen ul Haq, the Mango Man, 2 for 52 off 7. You take 2 wickets, a little bit expensive, but who cares? Mujibu Rahman, none for 55 off 8. Economical, puts the pressure on the other bowlers, or on the other batsmen, Mohamed Nabi, 1 for 31 off 10. Sensational for a man that is pushing 75 years old. You love to see it. Ozai, 1 for 50 off 5. Rashid Khan, none for 41 off 10. So not even a wicket for Rashid, but it's just Rashid Khan stuff. Very tight, very hard to put away. And then Noor Ahmad, I want to say Sydney Sixers legend. Hold on a minute. Let's have a look. Sydney Sixers legend, yes? Hold on a minute. Dates joined, Gujarat Titans. No, hold on, Noor. I swear you played for the Sydney Sixers at one point in your career. Maybe I'm just tripping, but anyway, shout out to the man, Noor Ahmad. Incredibly well bowled. A young, upcoming Afghan spinner who they just seem to have as many as these guys as they want. We know he's been around for a little bit longer than just popping up onto the scene, but 3 for 49 off 10. A great match-winning spell of bowling here, and some of those wickets, like he took a big clump of wickets here. Noor Ahmad gets Barbar, gets Rizwan, and then he obviously got the opening man in Abdullah Shafiq, so he's taken arguably the 3 biggest wickets of the game, and man, you could see how the Afghanistan players all got around him after the game. All right, into the rest. Hold on a minute. No, I've already finished. So, into the Afghanistan batting attack, you've got 283 to get the win. I would have preferred to chase. I've already said that, but a tough score. I still would have thought a really tough score here for Afghanistan. I would have thought maybe 250-ish, 260-ish was achievable, but they've completely blown it out the water here with an over to spare as well. And only losing 2 wickets. Incredible. Gurbaz, sensational. Now, Zadran did have the big score here, but Gurbaz just getting them off to a ripping fucking start. He is the man. He's so exciting to watch, and it's good to see that Afghanistan have this, like, someone they can rely on at the top, and even 2 guys now at the top that they can rely on, because that's always been their problem, was their batting order. They've always been sewn up with bowling, but especially in recent times, it's been the batting order at the top when it falls away early. When they stand up like this, though, it's match-winning stuff. 65 off 43, 9 fours and a 6. It took I think he did get dropped, or maybe that was Zadran, but we should mention the Pakistan fielding. Lads, I don't know what the fuck was happening out there. Were you match fixing? Did you not care to stop the runs? So when the ball is going to the boundary, Pakistan fielders, you need to put out your hand or put your body behind it and stop the ball. That's how the other team doesn't get more runs, if you've played cricket before. So someone let the Pakistan boys know that. Some of their fielding was embarrassing. If I was a Pakistan fan, I would have been throwing up and screaming, and sending abusive messages to Baba. Like, I'd be like, get the boys in line right now before this gets out of control. And it gets out of control. And Shaheen Afridi was the main captain on the field. You could tell he was the one who was demanding the players and asking for a bit more. So a little bit lackluster in the field, but yeah, the credit goes to the batting. Zadran, 87 off 113, 10 fours. Of course, would have loved to stay out there and finish the job off, but not to be. You go out. What over did he go out? The 33rd. So he did go out quite early. They've still got just under 100 runs to chase once he went out. And when they did get Zadran out, Hassan Ali celebrated like the game was going to be theirs. Not so much. So Rahmat Shah then comes out with Shahidi, the skipper, standing up when it mattered. 77 not out for Shah and 48 not out there for Shahidi. Just great stuff there late. Didn't even have to get into much of the batting order at all, and they come away with the win. So a dangerous Afghanistan team here. Knock Pakistan, you want to say, out of the World Cup. All right? Into the bowlers. Hasbullah, 1 for 58 off 10. I feel for him. He is probably my favourite Pakistan player to watch. And he is a heart and soul guy. He deserves more. He should be the captain, in my opinion. Hassan Ali, 1 for 44 off 10. Yeah, I think he dropped a catch in there as well. It was pretty embarrassing. He bowled well though, so let's give credit. Harris Rauf, 8. None for 53 off 8. He's lacking a bit of confidence, but he is just not having a great World Cup at all, Ralphie boy. Uzama Mir, none for 55 off 8. Shardab, none for 49 off 8. Okay. And then Iftikhar Ahmed, none for 27 off 5. So as you can tell, the difference of the spinning attack. Afghanistan spinners tore apart Pakistan. The Pakistan spinners to Afghanistan, not so much. Only not one wicket came from spin for Pakistan, which probably tells the story there. So into the rest of the table and the upcoming fixtures. Afghanistan, hold on a minute, they're up to 6th, and they are officially with 2 wins, the same as Pakistan and the same as Australia. So, of course, Australia's played 1 less game than these 2 teams, which is a massive advantage to have, because if we can beat the Netherlands tomorrow, we kind of get a game ahead of these other teams, which would be a huge advantage. And then you can see Bangladesh, Netherlands, Sri Lanka, and wait a minute. Who is that who's last? Can you guys tell me who the fuck that is at the bottom there? England is last. I tell you what, we knew that if Pakistan lost, it would have meant that England goes to last. And I woke up this morning, seen that. First thing I checked was that table, and just heart-filling moments, heart throbbing, makes you feel stuff inside. And this is the reason why we watch and play cricket, to see England at the bottom. And you know what? The reigning champions, they cheated, and this is what they get. So, hey, they prioritised Test cricket just to not even win the Ashes, and then to finish last in white ball cricket. So it's all about swings and roundabouts here, and you win some, you lose some, fellas. So shout out to Brendan McCullum there, even though he's only the coach of the Red Ball team. Just thought I'd mention him anyway. But hey, this table, India, New Zealand, SA, Oz, the 4 top teams in it at the moment. And yeah, so let's jump to the remaining schedule then. We're not here to fuck spiders. South Africa v Bangladesh today. Ooh, who do I want to win? Bangladesh. Give me the Bangladeshian win. Go the lads at Bangladesh, all right? Go get that win. And then tomorrow, Australia v the Netherlands. That is huge. And I want to say Netherlands are going to put up a really good fight. Where is this? Where the hell is this being played? Ooh, in Delhi. Okay, so ooh, wow, that could actually be a really interesting battle, that. So, hey, that is going to cap us off here. Afghanistan, too strong for Pakistan. Knock them out of the World Cup. Big games to come. And that table is heating up. So, hey, I hope we all enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see everyone in the next one.